We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's the home opener of this new season between the Kansas City Royals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. In now is Lorenzo Cain, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Center fielder, number 6.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Harold, you look at this Dodgers team as they enter play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest.
Batting second.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Big curveball swung on and missed, 0-1. Game time temperature tonight, 62 degrees, but should drop into the 50s before we're done. And a good-looking swing there from Gordon, but he can't come up with it, and it's 0-2 now.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
And this is swung on and missed, and Gordon becomes out number 2 now. Here's Neil Walker. He brings an average in the 260s into this one.
Walker.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball that time, not even close.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
In there, 1-1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
Back to the fastball, but it's upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Eric Hosmer would be next if they can keep this inning alive. High pop-up. And Grandal able to make the catch, and that'll end the inning. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Strike 2 but a pitch that catches the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
He just missed on that changeup. I like that pitch right there. You got 2 strikes on him. Throw that changeup and see if he chases it. That time he laid off, but hey, good idea.
He froze him on the fastball there. Andrew Benintendi is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first. A.J. Pollock is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Now the pitch. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Here's Corey Seager. First time to the plate for him, and he's carrying an eye-popping batting line with him. Up in the 360s to start play. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Runner at first here, one man out. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kane is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting fourth.
In now, Paul Goldschmidt. And he's been really amazing to follow all year long as he continues to flirt with a .400 season at this point. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
That's a big pitch right there in this situation. I may see him come back with that. This hitter's so amped up, ready to go. Nice job of pulling the string. I don't know about you, Matt, but that pitch right there, that two-seam fastball, that tells me he might have a pretty good night. It's setting up a lot of things that could be important to his success.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, Matt, as advertised, he's broke out with a good fastball. He likes to pitch out the fastball, but this was in the mid-90s. We'll see him be aggressive most of this game with that fastball.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. Into the box, Salvador Perez. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Nobody out, runner on first. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Benintendi has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number one. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball one. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Boy, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation, 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Called strike on the change, 2-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Just a bit low, ball 3.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. In is Jorge Soler, and he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Lays off 1-0. Lifted in the air to center field. Pollock has a read on it. And that ends the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Justin Turner. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Now here's the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. On to first is Escobar, one away.
Batting six.
At the plate, Yasmani Grandal. And a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. Bottom of the second here with no score. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Kane is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting seven.
Now at the plate, Yasiel Puig. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses for ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year.
Alcides Escobar.
Into the windup and the pitch. A high fastball is in there. The windup and the 0-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Now batting, Jason Vargas, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. On the ground to the right side. Forsythe is there. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Striding in once again, Lorenzo Cain. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line towards center field. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So with that, the top of the 3rd inning will continue at least 1 more batter.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Alex Gordon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just misses for ball 1.
No doubt this is a steal situation right here. 2 outs and the leadoff hitter on first. This is the time you roll the dice and hope he gets in the scoring position where he can get a hit to bring him home.
Throw over to first, and the runner back in standing. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Neil Walker. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. From the stretch. And that misses ball 1. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. That was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
Walker lays off there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And it misses. 3-1 now.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit it now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Eric Hosmer.
First offering on its way. Oh, here's a drive into the gap in right center as he comes through with extra bases. 1 run is scored. Gordon scores. Stepping in, Salvador Perez. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Seager over to his left. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as the side is retired. Ready now, Logan Forsythe. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Second baseman, Logan.
Ready with the first
Forsythe.
pitch. Here it comes. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now the pitch. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. After it is Kane. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting
Digging
right.
in now, Shelby
Catcher.
Miller. He'll get to take his
Shelby
first cuts here.
Miller.
First pitch on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. Ready for another chance? Andrew Benintendi. He was called out on strikes to open the home first. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch.
That's a ball.
And a fastball just a bit high. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Dribbled to the right side. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. Stepping in and ready for another shot, A.J. Pollock. He singled his last time up.
Pollock.
Vargas sets. First pitch on the way. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Soler is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Striding into the box, Mike Moustakas. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Mike Moustakas.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Favorable call in there for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Soler.
Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. He's set. Here it comes. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Moustakas is on his way home. In to score is the runner from first. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Shoots this one over to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And he'll get in there safely. Stepping into the box, Jason Vargas. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Puig's got a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And the run will cross on the sac fly and make it a 4-0 game. In now is Lorenzo Cain. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Lorenzo Cain.
There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0.
This has been a rough inning for him on the mound, but now after that sac fly, he's got to reset. No one on base, so just get 2 more outs and let your teammates try to pick you up with the bats.
Well, I like that, taking that strike right there. Look, he's already walked a couple guys early. He's not throwing the ball consistently in the zone. You have to be patient and make him work.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a liner. And that gets down as he can't get there in time. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Gordon.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1. That's wide, 2-0.
Matt, this is where that guy on first base is distracting the pitcher. I guarantee you, he's down 2-0. He's not focused on the hitter. This is where you get hurt. I love it when a guy on first can run.
Outside, 3-0 now.
3 balls, no strikes.
And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike. Pulled toward right center field. Puig's got a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Up next for the Royals.
Here's Neil Walker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Walker.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Safe to say he was fooled by that pitch. He was completely off balance in every way.
There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Swing and a liner, but this is going to get foul.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate he just fouled it off.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Well, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in a 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there. I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
And the inning is over. Now at the plate, Corey Seager. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Corey
Into the
Seager.
windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The
Into the
first
box
baseman,
now,
number
Paul
44.
Goldschmidt. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Hard liner toward short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
Now batting.
Stepping in,
Third baseman.
Justin Turner. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit the other way out toward right field. Soler is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Trying to pick things up where we left off.
Leading out
Eric
for the Royals.
Hosmer. He's in to
First
get
baseman
things
number
going here in
35.
inning number 5.
Eric Hosmer.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight. Here's the catcher,
number
Salvador
13.
Perez. No hits
Salvador
in 2
Perez.
trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Mike
Your
Minor
attention, please.
is going to take over here
Now
in
pitching
inning
for the
number
Dodgers,
5, so it'll be a bullpen
number
game from
67.
here on out.
Mike Minor.
He's set, and the pitch. First pitch here is hit off to the right side and fouled. It's strike 1. 0-1 pitch on its way. High in the air out to center field. There now is Pollock, and he's got it for the first out. Now at the plate, Mike
The third
Moustakas.
baseman, number
0
8.
for 1 with a run scored thus far. Here comes the first pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And Moustakas is aboard. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. In is Jorge Soler.
The
1
right
for
fielder,
2 with a
number
double on his line thus
Jorge
far.
Soler.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away.
The batter, shortstop.
Ready for another shot now.
Alcides
Alcides Escobar. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Matt, I just think he's pitching scared. Look, he's getting hit a little bit, and now he's falling behind another hitter. Challenge somebody.
A fastball that just misses inside.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Takes a high fastball for a strike. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Ready once again,
Now
Jason
batting.
Vargas. He hit a
Catcher.
sac fly earlier.
Jason Vargas.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
There's 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. I don't care if it's the pitcher or not. He's got to treat him like another hitter. You can't let him beat you here. This is a big at bat.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Ready with the 1-1. This ball will be chopped foul.
Obviously, he wants to help himself out right here. With 2 strikes, that's going to be difficult to do. Let's see if he can put the ball in play.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
And this one gets away. The runners will hold tight, but it's a full count now. 3-2. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Comes
Leading
into
off
this
for the
at-bat
Dodgers.
0 for 1 in the ball
Catcher,
game.
Yasmani
First pitch on its way. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back.
Back-to-back changeups, and he fouled that one off right there. I don't think he's going to come back with the third one. I got to be thinking some other pitch is coming.
Hit on the ground, but foul. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And no one will get this one. Here he comes again, 1-2. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. In now is Yasiel Puig. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1.
He's really throwing the ball well in this game. And the thing to me that stands out is that two-seamer. He's got great movement, and he's keeping hitters off balance with it.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
The batter.
Digging in, Logan Forsythe. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Looking up is Gordon. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. Striding in, Mike Minor. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. First offering on its way. Late that time for a strike.
Here we are in the middle innings, Matt, and he's over 80% first pitch strikes on hitters. You wonder why he's dominating right now. That's a great ratio, getting ahead and getting them out.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. And this is in the air now, out to left. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Striding in once again, Lorenzo Cain. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Into the windup and the pitch. And a ball, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field.
On the run is Benintendi.
He's there and records the first out. Ready for another chance? Alex Gordon. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
He might have been setting him up with that high fastball to change his eye level. Now he's got him set up. Maybe he'll go down the zone.
Throw on to first, and Gordon is retired here for the 2nd out. Digging in once again, Neil Walker. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. First delivery to him on the way. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. The first baseman, Eric Hosmer, is in. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Popped high in the air. Seager will put this one away, and the side is retired. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Andrew Benintendi.
Into the windup and the pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. Ready once again, A.J. Pollock. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Hosmer is there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Ready for another shot now. Corey Seager. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Vargas into the windup. First pitch on the way. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. windup and the 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys? Man, you get great results.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Royals leading this one as we get set to start the 7th, but before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Digging in to try it again, Salvador Perez. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. First pitch on its way. A shot to second base and handled for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Mike Moustakas. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
When he is on, that slider is one of the best pitches in all baseball. That's why he's so tough to those lefties.
In there, 1-2 now. 5 runs, 11 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Hit down the third baseline. Gloved by Turner. Throw gets him, 2 down. In is Jorge Soler. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. And he takes ball 1.
1-0.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. 5 runs, 11 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Puig is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Paul Goldschmidt. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both the southpaw and a right-hander get loose. Oh, and he gets the inning started with a bang as this is hit high and deep to left field. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning. And he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double. Coming to the plate now, Justin Turner. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. This one's down to third. And that is through into left field, a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out. Oh, and he takes his eye off it here, and it goes right past him. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter here as Jason Worth begins to stretch in the on-deck circle.
Jason Worth.
Joaquin Soria comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. here is strike one call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up.
Oh, and he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike two.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
And that's going to fall for a base hit. In now is Yasiel Puig. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Step on the bag for one. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Logan Forsythe comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Kane is under it. And that's the third out. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Alcides Escobar.
First pitch on its way. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. And he'll scramble back to the bag and be there safely. Stepping in, Joaquin Soria. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. For Escobar, that's double number 3 so far on the year. And here's a ball hit in the air. Oh, and he misses it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first. In now is Lorenzo Cain. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. And he will somehow keep his eye on the baseball there as he has it for a big out number 1.
The left fielder, number
Stepping
4.
up to the plate, Alex Gordon. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pollard calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
Now batting.
Here's Neil Walker. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Puig to the track. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there. And it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
Turner is there, and the side is retired. In now, Mike Minor. 0 for 1
Leading
for
off
him
for the
here in this
Dodgers.
one.
Pitcher, Mike Minor.
Chase Utley will try and get his
Pinch
club
hitting for
back
the
into
pitcher,
it here
Minor.
as he'll pinch hit to
Number
lead off the
27.
home half of the 8th.
Chase Utley.
grounded to the right. Hosmer has it. The tag, and he is out. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. The 0-1 delivery. This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here and gone. An absolute bomb, a solo home run. Coming to the plate now, A.J. Pollock. He's got it. Hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit on the ground to third. Fielded by Moustakas. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Stepping in, Corey Seager. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. 2 out, nobody on. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Yimi Garcia enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
This change for the Dodgers. Now catching, number 36.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He'll be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the 9th.
Catcher, Salvador Perez.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
To 2-2 now. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
The third baseman.
Ready now, Mike Moustakas. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Slider stayed too low, ball 2.
2-strike back foot slider. That's a classic pitch. Nice job of laying off of that.
Hit down the line at first. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Benintendi in pursuit. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Jorge Soler. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. First offering on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Seager is right there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the 9th.
Paul Goldschmidt.
First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Outside, 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a swing and a hard-hit grounder. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Now batting.
Into the box,
Third
Justin
baseman.
Turner. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Your attention,
Bobby
please.
Parnell
Now
enters from
pitching
the
for the
bullpen,
Royals.
hoping to get the final two
Number
outs
47,
and put this one into the
Bobby
win column.
Parnell.
From the stretch, takes a knee-high fastball.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Now at the plate,
Now batting.
Caleb Joseph.
Catcher, Caleb Joseph.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way out in front. Runners on first with one down. Bouncer down the line. But that one rolls foul. 0-2, here it comes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over. And guys, time to recognize the man who really stood out this afternoon, and there he is. Neil Walker. Can't ask for much more. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he played a nice game out there, as did some of his teammates, but he seemed to be the biggest difference maker, so he gets the nod in this one.
Our final line score tonight. First, for the victorious Kansas City Royals, 8 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Dodgers, 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jason Vargas. His record is now 3-0. The loss goes to Shelby Miller. He falls to 1-3. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 22 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. It's the home opener of this new season between the LA Dodgers and the Kansas City Royals. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He will lead this one off today.
Left field. Number 16.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. These Royals, Harold Reynolds, entering play here this afternoon. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But, hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
And this is drifting foul back into the stands. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game.
Batting second.
Stepping into the box, A.J. Pollock. His average coming in way up there in the 380s. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Here's the pitch. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
Batting third.
So stepping in, Corey Seager. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. The pitch. And he takes ball 1.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. The average remains a very big bright spot for him at this point in the season, just under 400. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Soler calls for it. And that retires the side. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
off for the Royals. The shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 2-0 on the way. Right over the middle, knee high.
You're sitting 2-0 in that situation. You get the fastball, but it's not the location you want, so you lay off it. I love that. That's great disciplined hitting.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Puig giving chase. 1 out. Digging in, the switch hitter, Neil Walker. Carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Now a flare out toward right center. Puig coming on. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. In now is Lorenzo Cain. And he comes in hitting right at 260 on the season. Into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. And the pitch on 2-1. Now a swing and a 3rd straight fly ball here should get him out of the inning. 1-2-3. Puig is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Now batting, Justin Turner. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Third baseman, Justin Turner.
Here's the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And now a pitch on the way. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
Oh, that was a good-looking slider to hit. He kind of hung him one. When you got a slider right there and it's spinning towards you, that's the one you annihilate.
A little bit outside. 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. After it is Soler. But he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he's got himself a leadoff double to begin the second. Coming to the plate now, Jason Worth. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball. For Turner, he picks up his 6th double so far on the year. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Soler is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now at the plate, Yasiel Puig. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s.
Yasiel Puig.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that is into right field, a base hit. And they'll tag him out in the rundown. Now at the plate, Yasmani Grandal. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1. 3-1.
Well, I don't know how he missed that pitch. That ball's in the zone a long time, but he missed it. I guess that happens.
The 3-1 pitch. A high fastball is in there.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Skied into very shallow right. Soler is under it. And that ends the inning. Digging in, Paulo Orlando. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Designated hitter, Paulo Orlando.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air. And Goldschmidt able to put the squeeze on it here. 1 away. Now to the plate, Salvador Perez. And the average isn't pretty. Down into the roaring 220s to begin the ball game. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. 2-0. Hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Stepping up to the plate, Chesler Cuthbert. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. High in the air out to center field. Pollock has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Stepping up now, Logan Forsythe. And he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow.
Forsythe.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. There for it, Escobar. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Ready for another chance? Andrew Benintendi. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Digging in to try it again, A.J. Pollock. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there and knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. A.J. Pollock is out number 2 here in the third inning. First pitch on its way. Corey Seager will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are. And this guy's a good hitter, by the way. But he came right after him early in the count.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Striding in, Eric Hosmer. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
First baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Nope.
Ball one.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
And he watches one miss outside, 2-0 now.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Take sign must have been on there because that's right down the middle, strike one.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1. Favorable call in there for a strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. In is Jorge Soler. He enters this one sitting right on the Mendoza line at an even 200. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are two away.
Left fielder
Whit Merrifield next to hit. First two men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Digging in for his second at-bat, Paul Goldschmidt comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Paul Goldschmidt.
First offering on its way. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Now batting.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Justin Turner. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once. Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are two away now. Here's the first pitch to him. Jason Worth will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 2-2 one more time. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alcides Escobar. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Alcides Escobar.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. The 1-1 on its way to Escobar. And that one stayed up a little high. The 2-1 on its way. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And another foul ball. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make him swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk.
Hot shot down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Here's Neil Walker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Neil Walker.
First offering on its way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. For Escobar, he's at second with his 4th double here on the season. Walker waits on the 1-0. And the changeup is way low that time. Hitter's count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. In now is Lorenzo Cain. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to left. Benintendi is there. Let's see if they test it. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back. Striding in once again, Paulo Orlando. 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. From the belt, the pitch. Hey now.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
That was a good 2-0 slider right there. Now you're still sitting 2-1. I'd continue to look for that fastball, but that was a nice slider right there.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Puig's got a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. In now is Yasiel Puig. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Merrifield giving chase, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And it's a good start to the inning for the Dodgers on the leadoff double. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And that misses for ball one. For Puig, that gives him 5 doubles now on the year. 1-0 count. Here it is. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swings through the slider there. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Now in the box, Logan Forsythe. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Forsythe.
He's set and the pitch. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Soler is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Digging in and looking for more, Andrew Benintendi. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. On the ground to the right side. And he is out on the tag. So coming to the plate, Salvador Perez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Catcher, Salvador Perez.
First delivery to him on the way. A fastball that just misses inside. '50th pitch of the game on its way. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Well, that's good hitting. You know why? Because he's looking for one specific pitch. Those pitches are close. It looks like to us he's laying off them, but they're not what he wants, so he didn't swing.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance, and that'll get down out there near the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Here now is Cheslor Cuthbert. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here comes the first pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. For Perez, he's at second with his 4th double here on the season. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Popped up. Forsythe is there for it, and that's the first out of the inning. So a runner on second with 1 down now. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Benintendi ranging back at the track. But he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double. Stepping into the box, Jorge Soler. There's a strikeout victim in his first try. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In the air now, out to left. Benintendi in pursuit. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Whit Merrifield. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Well, you wouldn't have expected this kind of at bat out of him, but he's fought himself right back with an opportunity now to really drive in 2 runs.
Alcides Escobar would be next. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Number 2.
Digging in once again, Alcides Escobar. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First offering on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. And that is through into left field, a base hit. And now this is bobbled in left. He'll come home with it. And he will beat the tag, safe at the plate. Digging in, Neil Walker. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. First pitch coming, here it is. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
He's been great on the mound up until this inning. And yeah, he and his guys are behind 2-0 now, but if he can seal the leak and hold these guys right here the rest of the way, this is still going to be a start he can be proud of.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Ready once again, Lorenzo Cain. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Lorenzo Cain.
Line towards center field. That gets down and the inning continues. So he delivers with 2 away and the bottom of the 5th marches on. And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Comes set with the 0-1. And now a stoppage here as a balk has been called. And that could wind up being a costly one as it'll move that base runner into scoring position now with 2 away. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that 2-seam fastball is moving quite a bit. But here, it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around. He's not having his best outing in this one. And I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Hit in the air to right field. Puig's got a read on it, and that ends the inning. Ready for another shot now. A.J. Pollock struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here.
A.J. Pollock.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. Soler on the move. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Here's Corey Seager. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Corey Seager.
From the stretch. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. A shot down the first baseline. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Around second. He's on his way to third. The relay throw, and he'll get in there safely. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Line to the right side. Soler is there. Let's see if they test it. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. Digging in to try it again, Justin Turner. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. Striding in once again, Jason Worth. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. Hit hard to short. There is Escobar. He'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force, and that ends the inning. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He'll lead it off as we start the home sixth.
Catcher, Salvador Perez.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. Just a tick behind for a strike. 1-1, here it comes. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. He'll try again, 1-2. Another one sent foul. Now another 1-2. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Well, what do you do when guys keep fouling pitches off like this? I guess you could back him off the plate by throwing one inside.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Ready for another chance? Chesler Cuthbert, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. That's inside. 2-0.
Here he is, falling behind. Another hitter, 2-0 count. You continue to put him in hitters' counts, you're going to continue to get burned.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. On deck, there's Eric Hosmer. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Adam Liberatore enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning.
Adam Liberatore.
He's set. Here it comes. And a changeup right down the middle.
You know what? That ball's right down the middle. I think he was taking first pitch, just really trying to measure it.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Forsythe on to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Back here at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. Royals leading this one as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Digging in and looking for more, Yasiel Puig. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance.
Yasiel Puig.
First pitch on its way. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Ready once again, Yasmani Grandal. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Late that time for a strike.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. Catch made there by Hosmer, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 13,
stepping in and ready for another shot, Logan Forsythe. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Soler is there, and that retires the side.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
In is Jorge Soler, 0 for 2 on his line thus
Leading off
far.
for the Royals, right fielder Jorge Soler.
Lays off 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
1-0 pitch on the way. That's wide, 2-0. 2-0, here it is. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
Well, he finds himself in danger of walking the 8-hitter right here. That's just something you don't want to do. You walk the 8-hitter, the 9-hitter can bunt him over, starts a big inning, he can hit and run. It could lead to a lot of problems.
Left fielder.
Digging in once again, Whit Merrifield comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
I like that pitch right there. Nice adjustment. After a 4-pitch walk, he comes right back and throws a strike. That tells me this guy can be aggressive when he needs to.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
3-1 now. And now a stoppage here as it looks like a balk has been called. And indeed, they're going to say he never came fully set before starting for the plate. On the ground to third. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Oh, but he beats it out. Great effort, comes up just short. And now runners will be at first and second with nobody out.
Alcides Escobar.
Stepping in, Alcides Escobar. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Carter Capps will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Carter Capps.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Soler rounds third and is digging for the plate. The runner scores from second. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first. It's now 7-1. Here's Neil Walker. He had that big 3-run homer in his last appearance.
Walker.
First delivery to him on the way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. For Escobar, that gives him 5 doubles now on the year. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A fastball that finds the outside corner. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. In now is Lorenzo Cain. They've got 2 already home in the inning and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. A man at third with 1 away. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
When you face a guy with this kind of motion, you just take the first pitch. You hope it's not a strike, but you got to be able to read him. He just gives you a different look than anybody else. He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Puig is there, and that's the third out. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Way out in front. Here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in on it is Kane. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Into the box, A.J. Pollock. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Kane is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Here's Corey Seager. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Soler going back and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. And he is into second base with a double. His third hit this afternoon. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Big tilt on the slider, gets a swing and a miss.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy into wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So digging in now, Salvador Perez. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll reach to start the inning as this ball gets through him, a base hit. At the plate, Chesler Cuthbert. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. And he pops it up, back behind second base. Forsythe will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. The first baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He was a double play victim last time around. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And now a balk has been called here as he came to the plate too quickly. And you can forget about that double play now as the runner moves into scoring position with 1 away. 1 out and a runner on second base. And that one stayed up a little high.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. In is Jorge Soler. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Tough slider down low for a strike. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
That was a great fastball up and in. He wasn't able to get around on it. Just threw it right by him.
Just a touch outside. 1-2. Misses. Ball 2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a liner. But this will be a foul ball.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So coming to the plate, Justin Turner,
for the
2 for
Dodgers,
3 with a double
third
on his
baseman,
line so far.
Justin Turner.
On he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. Here comes Soler. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Designated hitter.
Now to the plate, Jason Worth. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. 0-1 pitch on its way. Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. There to pull it in is Soler, and there are 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Yasiel Puig. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. He's set, and the pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Back-to-back changeups and fouled that one off right there. I don't think he's going to come back with the third one. I got to be thinking some other pitch is coming.
Back up the middle. And no chance there for Escobar. It's a base hit. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive.
Number 9.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. Kane is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. And the Royals were paced this afternoon by the efforts of this man, Alcides Escobar. Picture perfect there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a clutch hitter when it mattered. Ended up driving in 3 runs, and they were all 3 important runs to drive in. Without him, this would have really been a different game.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals. 8 runs, 9 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Dodgers, 1 run on 9 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Danny Duffy. His record is now 3-1. The loss goes to Rich Hill. He falls to 3-1. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes.